Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. It is Monday. I am half asleep. I finished the lake resort yesterday. There's a couple of signs and some little stuff I want to mess around with, but it's not high on the priority list. What I want to do is I want to change up. I think I want to change the umbrellas from red to blue, and then maybe see if I can get a lakeside logo on. I'm not sure. And then this sign here, I want to change up. So that's in the works, but it's something I can mess around with these signs off camera. So that's done. Today I'm working on getting this commercial row done. So 7-Eleven, McDonald's, KFC, Napa, Auto Parts, I think in here, and then this block we have some more businesses to fill in there. And then right here, I'll probably put the BP station on this side. So that's going to be a few days worth of work just to get all this commercial done. But the top of the mountain is starting to fill in really well. So we'll have a little bit here to finish, and then a little bit alongside a Walmart, which I may just fill in with some trees. And then we have, I'll probably put Lowe's next to Walmart, and then may even put the fence company in there. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna try and get a lot of the top of the mountain done. All right, I came over to steal the sign, didn't steal the sign. So I want this sign. And can I steal just the, I can. Alright, I'm going to steal just that part of it. I'm going to go duplicate. I got to move it down to transform group we're working in. Okay. Oh, down to global company. Never mind. Farmers Mart. Here we go. Edit, cut, and paste. Alright, so we have the sign. Now I need a let's see if we still have an i3D here in signs. G Valley. We're going to need to make a 7-Eleven sign for it. Yep, I can use this one. So let's go File, Export, Ritchie Valley. Signs were 7-Eleven. So now we just go here to 7-Eleven. We're going to rename it TSC 7-Eleven. Now we'll open up Lakeside, but then we'll grab from my textures file. I should have a 7-Eleven sign in here somewhere. Yeah, this will work. So let's open this up. Okay, it's going to be way too big. May have to jump online to find a smaller sign. Alright, let's go to... That's definitely going to be too big. I'm not going to be able to shrink it down. Let's go Google Images. Let's find something a little bit smaller. You're a little bit smaller. You might be easier to work with, but you're blurry. I may grab that one. You look like, if I, no, I can't steal. Here we go. This, no, this one's still 500 by 400. Need a small sign. Oh, you're way big. I might be able to steal this one. Hold on, let's go copy. Paste. Yeah, that's going to be a lot smaller. I might be able to steal parts of this one, but let's take this one. And yeah, let me grab this color. And let's turn you green first. Now if I come over here, can I steal? Now I'm not going to like the green border, but let's see what it looks like on the sign. So let's go File, Save As. Oh, I'm going to have to go in and rename it. Alright, let's call it Sign 7-Eleven. So I have to rename this Sign 7-Eleven. I think. Alright, back to signs. See what you look like. Oh, I can live with that. Okay. So now let's go back in here. Now that we have our signs. Oh, look at that. It's almost in place, too. I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller, I think. But this guy... No, there we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to make him a little bit smaller. But let's get him turned to 0. Get him close to the center. And I don't know. We'll look at the side. We'll look at the scale when we get back in game and see if we're gonna scale it down at all. Let's go File, Import, 7-Eleven sign. Let me close that. So let's go Edit, Cut. I'll throw you here. like that. How do you look on this side? Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're probably going to be a little bit too big, but we'll see once we get the McDonald's sign out next to it and see what it looks like. We may scale that down a little bit. Alright, so just parked cars and some trees. I want something, I do want to put like one tree here, but I want something a little bit smaller. So let me grab Central Lake. We can close. Global Covenant working, I gotta leave open. So let's grab a smaller birch. Now do I want stage 4 or do I want stage? Let's grab a 4, we can go smaller. Let's go edit, cut, paste. I can live with that because it's going to make our sign look not as big. This building may actually be too small. I haven't looked at it in game. May have to scale that up, and if I have to scale it up, it's going to throw me my entire transform group off. But let's get a couple trees back behind it. Let me start with one more of these. But I want it back so it's not in the way of our pedestrian spline. And then behind it, we're just going to fill in with some pine tree. Oh, before I do that, hold on. I got to get my bushy bits along the track. So let's grab and get my weeds and bushes along the track first before I forget. Let me put the trees in. Alright, let's grab a spruce stage 4. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. There we go. And then we'll go over here. Yeah, because I want to fill in this gap between the train and our businesses with a row of, so the train's like pretty much just going through the trees. I don't want it as dense as the lake, but I do want to get some of these across here. And that's probably all I'm going to do with, other than some parked cars, that's probably all I'm going to do with 7-Eleven. And we'll do all the parked cars at the same time, this whole block. Now I'm not going to make that buildable yet because I want to build out this whole block before we make them buildable. So the next one on the list is So let me close Central Lake for now. Actually, I can close Places for now. Alright, so this is going to be Duncan. Next one we want to work on is, let's go with KFC. I'm just making a bunch of transform groups because I'm going to need them. Let's go edit, cut, paste, and KFC is going to be about here. Now inside of that one, we're going to need 2. I go visibility and invisibility. Alright, now I brought in, and I'm just going to stage it over here for now. I brought in 7. We're going to have to break it up because it's one i3D, and we're going to have to KFC and McDonald's, I think. And we're going to have to break it up. So let's go new buildings. Yeah, KFC and McDonald's together. And where are you going to end up at? Probably like way down there. We're going to have to pull bits and pieces out of here. Let me just stage it over here somewhere. And we're going to end up pulling just parts and pieces out of this transform group and then just deleting what we don't need. Especially because I want to make it buildable. So let me put you somewhere about here for now. So what do I have inside of here? Are you going to be how hard are you going to be to rebuild? So where are you? You are there. You're Deco. You're Fence. You're McDonald's. You're my KFC. And you're my KFC that I can probably work with. I can get rid of the extra parking lines. I can actually make this my visibility group. And then if I make this my visibility group, it will build may have to change some of this up a little bit. In the transform group. Yeah, we'll have to move the border up. Where's the main building though? Oh, that is the main building. Alright, let's try some. Let's come over here. Wheels, hello. Happy Monday. It's Monday. I'm half asleep and not in a real creative mood, which doesn't help, but I am alive and breathing, so let me try some. Let's go edit, Let me just pull that part of it out and see what we have to work with. Now I can get rid of all these lines. Yeah, we're going to have to make some slight changes here. So let me get rid of, let's get rid of this whole mess for now. We're going to take this here. Let me come up here. Let's go up to the transform group we're working on. Let's go edit, cut, KFC, paste. We're going to put you here. Now what does that give me to work with? We're going to move you up. I'm going to get rid of this. This now becomes my visibility group. Now let's see where you sit. In the way of height, do I have to raise or lower you at all? No, I think it actually looks about right. I don't want that concrete pad, so I'm not worried about bringing it up above the ground. So when this builds, it's going to build the building first. No, it's not, because they're all in the same transform group. No, that is... It's going to build my entire transform. I'm going to have to redo this, because it's going to pop that in first, and then it's going to start putting in... No, I may even have Duncan wrong. No, Duncan's right. Okay, KFC is going to be wrong. You're not going to see it build, because all the buildable parts are inside. I think it's going to pop in for the entire transform. It is. It's going to pop in the entire transform group. Hang on, let me see something. So inside my visibility group, alright, I've got to change KFC. Duncan should be fine. It's going to build that component first. KFC, I have to change again. Let's duplicate that one. Let's call it visibility. And then let's grab, this whole building is KFC. Now inside my visibility group, it's going to build in that order. Now the problem is, it's going to build the entire building unless I pull these out. I want to try something, and if it doesn't work, I can always import this building back. I need these. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Now they're not going to line up. Of course they're not going to line up. Oh, it's not gonna work. Alright, hold on. Let's delete this whole mess a minute. Yep, let me delete this whole mess and try and rebuild it. So let me fix my transform groups. Alright, and let's work with, and again, we're going to have to import it back in. So let me get rid of this whole mess for a minute. And let's work in our folder outside the map. I want to try and make this buildable, but they have to be in a certain order. Memolar, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Alright, so let me come down here. Let's open up McDonald's and KFC. Now I'm going to isolate just KFC. And I'm going to get rid of the parking lights. So I want just the building. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to go File, Export, and I want it just KFC. Alright, let's close that. Now let's see if I can get this. They all have to be individual pieces in order for me to make this build. Because if I pop this into the visibility group, the entire thing's going to build and not their individual components. So let me freeze this let me go, let me freeze transform at rotate. So we're at, it's not going to do what I want it to do. I'm going to have to, this whole building's going to pop in at once when I build it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Unless I get somebody to take it apart in Blender and put it back together. So if I put it in the visibility node, it's not going to pick up all of these individual pieces. It's going to pick up just that. Unless I take it and put it back together piece by piece, which I really don't want to do. These are all at, now they're all different. But they're all 0, 0, 0 except for the snow. They're not. I'm gonna have to pick this apart and build it piece by piece if I want it to build the way I want it to build. So I'm just gonna have it build as one building. So let's go back to where we were working. File, import. I'm gonna import just KFC back in. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Yeah, it's going to come in as one building when it builds. And there's nothing I can do about it, because I'm not going to pick it apart and rebuild it piece by piece. Because I would have to pull the deco out, cut it and paste it back in, and it's not going to fall back into place. So I'd have to pretty much rebuild this entire thing piece by piece. So if I went edit, cut, and I put it back into here, it's not going to fall back into place. Lord only knows where that's going to. It came way out here. So I'd have to go minus 90, put it back in. And it's wrong, so we'd have to go this way to 90, and I'd end up rebuilding every part and piece of this restaurant in order to get it to build the way I want it to build, but we're not going to mess with it. So I'm going to have it build just as one building. So let's go File, import it back in. I'm not going to mess with it. We're going to work with it as it is. And I'm probably going to have the same problem with McDonald's. McDonald's is going to probably build as one piece. Now, how far off the road do I want it? Pretty much even with this building. It's probably about there. I'm just going to set that in place for now, and we'll come back and play with that in a minute. And then the next one, so let me close that for a minute. So this one's going to be McDonald's. So let's go MC McDonald's. And it's going to be about here. And then inside of that one, we need visibility and invisibility. And this one. And then let's come back over here to this mess. And I want to pick out just McDonald's. Yeah. Now how do you look? Oh, I can make you buildable piece by piece, I think. So this one's going to be a little bit easier to work with, I think. Possibly. I'm going to isolate McDonald's. Let's go File, Export. Let's go MCD. Then I can just delete that whole mess. So McDonald's, let's go File, Import, MCD. I'm going to just put it there for now. Now if I take, so that's going to build as one unit for now, unless, let me see something. go to 0, 0, 0, 0. And I'm going to save it at all zeros and see if I can pull it in at all zeros. So for now, let me delete that one. And let me pull it back in a minute. Oh, so you're not going to want to stay. Yeah, I still don't think this is going to work the way I want it to work. If I pull out all the individual pieces, I'm going to have to move them around all individually. So yeah, that's actually no. I can make this my visibility group, and then that's a better idea, because then all the individual components. Nope, it's still going to build as that. Never mind. That ain't going to work either. Again, I'd have to do the same thing. I'd have to pick all of these individual pieces out and then put them all back together piece by piece. So I'm just going to leave it. It can build as one unit. I'm not going to mess with it. So let's go edit, cut, paste. Let's throw it in there. And again, that's another building that's going to build as one unit unless I pick it apart. Now the sign I can move. I want to try and line all my buildings up. So you're going to be about here, and then your sign can get split in a little bit for now. And then I can mess with these. I can rebuild these off camera so they'll build as individual parts and pieces. And then the last thing I'll want on this block is make a few spare empty transform groups. So the last one I want to build on this block is going to be Napa. Napa is going to be about there. Alright, so you are my main transform group, you're Napa. And then inside I need visibility, invisibility. And then invisibility. And then the same thing, Napa, the building I have for Napa is one unit, so it's going to have to build as one unit. Let's go edit, cut, paste. Yeah, and then you're going to have to come up. You pulled up a little bit. Now the problem is I don't know if I can move this. Oh, I can move this sign. Okay, perfect. So we'll get you lined up about here. And then the sign we can slide back a little bit. Now what the heck do I have glowing over here? Probably some kind of weird lights. Yeah. Alright, that'll work for now. That sign's still floating. No. So that's going to be this city block. And then we'll continue down this way. with some other businesses till we get to this road. But we're working on this block today, and those are going to be the buildings for this particular block. And again, we'll have a sell point behind 7-Eleven. We'll probably have a sell point behind KFC. Probably McDonald's. These will probably all be 4 individual sell points. Yeah, definitely. All right, that'll work. So let's get KFC's parking lot in. Now we can start working on them as individual buildings. And then eventually we'll get our other sell points in. Now I'm going to expand this out. I'm gonna put a row of trees and stuff between each building to separate them. So there'll be a whole group of trees in here. But this guy's going to need a little bit bigger side parking lot. Now, are you? Yes, you are. Let me duplicate you, but I want to pull it out of there. Put it in here. And then you're going to go this way. Yeah, and then we'll have a driveway coming straight in. Just those two, because I want to put like a dumpster and stuff back here. Alright, so we'll have a driveway coming out. Somewhere in here. And I really got to fix that sidewalk texture. It's driving me nuts. So we'll have a driveway coming in around and then back out on this side. And yep, I know what we're going to do. So I'm not going to put parking on this side. So we're going to bring this guy out about here. And let me get rid of that mess for now. Yeah, we'll put a sell point back here. Alright, again, we're not going to have many decorations and stuff, but what we could do, if I wanted to, between these two restaurants, if we wanted to, I could put a little picnic area in where they can sit and eat, which we might do. Farm Chick 63, good morning. Yeah, I had a really rough night. I didn't sleep well last night. I was up probably most of the night. So I knew I was going to have a rough Monday. I almost turned the computer off at 9 o'clock and said to heck with it. But I'm going to push through till lunchtime. I have some errands to run after lunch. So I don't know if I'll be back on today or not. I just want to get the main buildings laid out for this block. And then we'll go in game and see what they look like. Now I want to grab, let's come over here to Walmart for a minute. I'm going to grab one of these trailers. So let's go File, Export. We're going to call it KFC trailer. And we're going to come over here. There we go. So now let's go to KFC trailer. We're going to have to fix all the textures. Alright, so let's go to New Buildings, Textures, Copy. They should already be in here, but I just want to double check. Yep, they are. So now we can take these. I know it has the I know the shader's in there, so I'm not worried about the shader. And then all these textures can go down to just textures. And we'll come in here and we'll rename those in a minute. We'll just rename them now. We'll go KFC, and we'll go KFC. So we'll save that, and then in here we're going to have to go, where are this guy? Let's open up this one, and let's open up this one. Now if I don't have a KFC logo, we're going to have to jump back on Google Images real quick. There's my Napa sign when we get to that one. 7-Eleven we already fixed. I don't think I have a just a KFC sign. Alright, so let's jump over here a minute. And let's go KFC logo. And then let's grab something for the trailer. Nothing too big. I'm not going to be able to. You're 11. Yeah, you're going to be way too big. You're going to be way too big. Oh, this is probably really good. Let's go. Copy. Yeah, this is actually going to work out well. Let's go copy, paste. And then we'll go here. Alright, so this one we're going to go File, Save As, but we're going to call it KFC. And we're going to take this one, we're going to go File, Save As, but it's now going to be KFC. Let me close Google Images for now. So now if I go File, Import, this trailer should be logoed up now as KFC and not Walmart. Yeah, so let's get it out of there and put it in the right transform group. So edit, cut, and paste. There we go. And the height looks about right. Let's get you backed up to the building. All right, that'll work. So that can sit there. Farm chick, I didn't sleep last night at all. I finally fell asleep around 7 and just woke up. That I had one of those mornings too. I turned the TV off about 10. I woke up at 11. I wasn't feeling well at all. And I won't go into any details, but then I was up from 11 o'clock till about 4 or 4:30, and I slept from like 4:30 to 7. But yeah, it was a rough night. And unfortunately, it's all stupid side effects from the radiation. Alright, so this is going to be, except for the parked cars and some, I'll put a little bit of a fence in. We'll grab some more of our trash dumpsters and move them over here. I'm not going to fence, I think I'm going to keep 7-Eleven fenced a little bit, but I'm going to keep these other three open. But I want to put in a little bit of a dumpster area back here as well. So let's pull our concrete out a little bit more, like right here. And then let me grab a section of fence. Let's go edit, cut, KFC. And we'll throw you here for now. And then I want to grab a fence post from over here. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. And let's get you about here. And we'll get you guys lined up where I want you. Actually, let me move that fence first. And then we'll get the post in place. And then this guy. There we go. So now we can bring him over here. And then we'll grab this guy. do I want to go 2 or do I want to go 3? Let's go 3. And I'll push that concrete out a little bit further. And we can always cut it back to 2. Now one more fence post. And then let's get a little bit more concrete. Yeah. Now let's come over here and let's grab this mess. But I want the whole transform group. So edit, cut, and paste. Now where did you end up at? Over here. And which way are you turned? Opposite way. Yeah, probably 2 fences would have been enough. So let's get, you can go, bring you down, and bring you down. We'll just put grass back there. And then this guy, try and get him in here. Alright, that works. That gives us enough of a driveway to come in, drop off our sell point, and then drive back out. I'm not worried about parked cars yet. And then I'm going to leave that go for now. We'll come back. So I have 7-Eleven started but not finished, but there's a reason for that. We have KFC started but not finished. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start McDonald's but not finish it. We're going to go to Napa, but we're not going to finish it. And then we'll go in game, because I want to make this buildable by itself. I want to make this buildable by itself. I want to make that buildable by itself. And I want to make that buildable by itself. Because Walmart is going to be your starting sell point. It's going to have really low prices. And if you want a better sell point for a better price, you're going to have to build it. So we're going to leave the building part of it. I'm going to not add anything else to it quite yet. Now, McDonald's. Let's get... Why does it not look straight? So McDonald's. Because it's not. Even at -90, it's not straight. This one's going to have to be offset for some reason. If I go back to -90, yeah, that building is not straight. Unless it's me, that building does not look straight. It's not. So it's going to have to sit at like -86. Or -87. Alright, height-wise, yep, we're pretty good on height. Alright, let's get rid of this grass. For now. And then let me get So again, we'll have room behind it to drop off. We need room for a parking lot. And again, on this side, we're going to need to be able to drive through and around. Something like that for now. Yeah, I don't want you driving in front of the building, so we'll probably put a couple more picnic tables there in the front. So let's come over here. Let me steal front parking lot. So let's go. Alright, that's Dunkin'. KFC we working on? No, we're working on McDonald's. Yeah. So edit, cut. And paste. There we go. Now is it going to fade out? Yeah, so let's bring it up a little bit. And that'll fix our textures. So you're going to be about there. And then on this side, you're going to be, oh, no, okay, let's undo that. Let's bring you straight back over this way. But we're going to have to push you back a little bit so there's room for a driveway. Something like that for now. And then, so you don't drive around the front of the building, let's grab a few more outdoor tables. And now over here, yeah, let's go, let's bring parking line, you too wide? No, you're about the same size. No, you are too wide. So let's bring you up here, and let's bring you out about here. So we'll be able to come in, drop off our cell plane, and drive back out. Again, we'll worry about decorations and stuff here in a minute. I'm just trying to get the basic layout done. We'll do parking lot lights and all that stuff. And then I'll do like the whole dumpster thing behind the building. Now Napa, again, we're going to do, I'm going to come in this side, we'll drive around back, but we'll drive out that side. And then this side, this whole corner here, we'll put like, I don't know, bushes and stuff in. So it's not going to need a real big parking lot. It'll have some parking out front. And we'll push, ooh, I don't want to go that far, but I can always paint the grass back in. Alright, so let's push you back. We won't need any parking on this side. We'll have some parking on the front. And then the back side will give us room for to drive through, leave room for our sell point. Let's get, I do want to get a little bit of concrete. Yeah, just there. Now you're going to come out this way. Like so. I got to put gravel under this road. And then you're going to come out. I'm only going to put parking on the front, so let's bring you this way. And I really need to fix this stupid sidewalk texture. So you're going to be something like that. That'll work. So let me duplicate that parking spot, that since we're on it. I never moved Napa. Oh, I did move a Napa. Hold on. So we're going to go edit, cut, visibility. Yep. Paste. You're going to go out front. Now we'll probably have to make this parking lot just a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to center you. You don't need a lot of parking. Actually, I'm just going to pull you over to this side. That'll work. Now let's pull you out just a hair bigger. That'll work. So we're only going to have some parked cars in there. And now our sign, let's take it out a little bit further. All right. Now let me come over here, put this under here, and then fix my textures before I forget, and it's going to drive me nuts. Let's grab our gravel, and let me get my road underpainted. And I'll come back, put the driveway back in, and the sidewalk back in. But I want to take this all the way out. So let's get our concrete back. Come on. There we go. So you can have concrete driveway coming in. And then I gotta fix, yeah, we gotta come over here and fix this for now. And I'm gonna replace this whole texture. This whole cobblestone texture is gonna get replaced because I don't like it. But for now, it's a placeholder. Alright, so that's gonna fix that. Let me do a quick save, because I haven't saved in a bit. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to end up being like a 1 or 2 day project. Alright, so let me come over here. And let's go back to grass for a minute. And let's push this back there. And then we're going to figure out, we're going to do like the same little dumpster area, but we're going to do it over here behind McDonald's. But I'm going to put it over, yeah, now this back parking lot's way too big. So let's push this back. To somewhere about there. Now I am going to put a little bit of a picnic area that you can eat at between McDonald's and KFC. So let's put our trash over in this corner. So let me grab a fence. Now I'll put you there for now. Let me grab a fence post. And then let's get you over here. Somewhere about there. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I want the panel. And we'll grab this guy. Throw one about there. And one about there. And then fence post. And fence post. So Farm Chick, how was your long bike ride yesterday? So now we'll grab this guy. And we'll see if we can get it turned into place. So it's going to have to go this way. Yep, that'll work. And then Napa is going to stay pretty plain except for some parked cars. We could do is I could park a Napa trailer back here if I wanted to. We might be able to I might make a Napa trailer as well and put that back there. And then we'll build a little picnic area with tables and stuff around between the two restaurants for people to eat at. if they want to do some outdoor dining. Yeah, let's come over here. Let's grab the KFC trailer. And we're going to go File, Export. We're going to call it the Napa trailer. And now we're going to grab the Napa trailer. And its textures are going to be Napa. Napa. So now we got to come over here. We got to find our KFC. So this one and this one. Let me close all this other crap I don't need open. So we're down to just the two that we were going to change. Now I thought I had a Napa sign in here. Yeah, here. Now which one do we want to use? Probably this one. Yeah, you're blurry. You're blurry. You are definitely. Alright, we're gonna have to go back in here. Back to Google Images. Napa logo. And you're way too big. You're better, but you're a little blurry. What else do we have? This one may work. Copy. Yeah, we may actually be able to work with this one. So we're going to go File, Save As, but this time we're going to call it Napa. And we're going to go this one. Now that should give us, let me close this. Oh, let me close this. Alright, so that should give us a Napa trailer. So let's go File, Import. See what you look like. Yeah, so let's go up here. So edit, cut, and paste. And then we could just rename you Napa trailer. And we'll make it's I'll give it a little bit. Actually, let me turn it this way. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go this way to 90. And let's just put a couple trailers back to back over here. Nope, it's not going to make sense. All right, we're going to have to go back this way. We'll make this parking spot. We'll make this parking lot a little bit bigger. So let's just park a couple trailers out back. And you're going to need more room for... No, I can put the I can put the sell point right here on the side where you can drive in, drop it off, and then continue driving out. All right, that'll work. I'm not going to make that parking lot any bigger. Farm Chick, it was awesome. Everything is all bloomed out. I loved it. Yeah, the weather. I know the weather here in Northeast Oklahoma was just absolutely gorgeous yesterday. It was sunny, um, a really light wind, maybe 10 or 15 miles an hour, and it was like 79 degrees out. It was just a gorgeous day out yesterday. All right, so that's going to be. Can't do much more with Napa other than parked cars. Um, McDonald's is going to be as good as it gets except for parked cars. We'll do a little bit of picnic area in between. So let's get our grass in and get our trees in, and then we'll get our parked cars in. And then we'll work on our little picnic area. Go back to grass. Stage 4. And then once we get everything in, we'll jump in game and see what it looks like, see if we need to make any adjustments. And then we'll start making it buildable. And I've got it off camera. I'm going to mess around with this stupid cobblestone texture. And see what I can get it replaced with. Alright, so it's going to be that fine line between grass on the sidewalk and grass not on the sidewalk. Let's go, well, let's just work our way down the road. We'll get that part done and we'll come back and get the rest of it done. Now I do have the pedestrian spline in already. So we should have people walking along this sidewalk. But the winds here are supposed to pick up to like 30 miles an hour today and like 40 miles an hour the next 2 days. So it's supposed to get really, really windy here the next day or two. We're going to have that fine line between too far back and not far enough up onto the sidewalk. And we may come back in and paint the grass back up onto the sidewalk. We'll see what it looks like in game. But let's get this road site done first. But the lake resort turned out really, really well. I was pleased. I mean, it took me 40 some hours to build, but the lake resort came out awesome. As soon as we go in game, I'll show you what the lake resort looks like finished. I got a couple more signs to change out at the restaurant, but other than that, it's pretty much done. And yeah, we'll finish. Let's bring you straight out. And we'll bring you straight out. And we'll finish that back area in a minute. Let's work our way back down. Work our way, wrong one, work our way down. And where at? We're between, yeah, I want to leave that spot open for a minute. Because I want to build a little picnic area there. Straight up. Yeah, we can, here we can go straight back on this side. And now let's work our way back out along the tracks. But yeah, it was gonna be, it was 72, a bit cool but awesome ride, nice. Gonna be 84 on Wednesday, but it's gonna, got some rain. Got some rain coming in. But yeah, yesterday I streamed for a little bit. It was a quick stream because I wanted to get the lake resort finished. So I jumped on, we finished up the lake resort. And then I couldn't sit in a desk chair much yesterday. My back was killing me. So I ended up just laying in bed because the family decided not to do this big Easter dinner. So my sister and her husband spent the entire day outside working on yard work. So we decided not to do a big dinner. So I laid in bed and just played Ritchieville for about 4 hours yesterday afternoon. So it ended up turning out to be this a completely lazy day yesterday. And then I was up all night, and I almost said the heck with it and turn the computer off today. let's get this part done. Because we're just going to put some trees between the businesses and the railroad tracks. Alright, so let's grab our bushy bits. But then I did some Facebook, FaceTime, whatever they call it, video call, whatever it was, with my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandbaby, and she was just having a ball. They had her out in her Easter dress. What am I missing? They had her out in her Easter dress outside. They were taking a lot of pictures. And then my daughter went to her brother's house. Well, I guess her stepbrother, but her brother's house for the day. My ex-wife is remarried, so they have his, hers, and ours, but no ours. So they've got his and hers. So my son and daughter have a stepbrother and stepsister. Alright, so McDonald's or KFC we're not going to do. Much with other than parked cars. We'll get a picnic area in here between the two. So let's grab this tree. But I'm going to put it in the KFC visibility now. So let's go edit, cut, KFC, paste. And we'll build these in with the KFC proper. So let me get, these will actually build in as well when you build this property. Just trying to get my camera where I want it. So yeah, these will build in with the property. And we'll bring this one down to about there. And we'll get some trees. Why do these feel like they're floating in between 7-Eleven? Oh no, we're good. So I'll give us some space between the businesses. And then along the road, we'll do this guy. And we'll get you along the road. But I want it even, about even with this tree. So we'll put one right about there. Now, do I want a smaller version of that on either side of the sign? Yeah, so that one is what? That one is... let me close McDonald's for a minute. Let me close Napa for a minute. So that one's, let's go to stage 3. Let's go to smaller birch. Yeah, we'll get you about there. So let's put a smaller one here so it doesn't really block the sign too much. And we'll pull you back a little bit. I'll put one about here. We'll put one about here. Okay, that's going to drive me nuts. Hold on. Let's see if that's far enough. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that doesn't fade out as quickly. At least I got to play for a while. Yeah, it was nice just laying back and playing for a bit. It's my realistic single player. Not that I play that often, but I'm calling it my realistic single player save. So I don't cheat any money or anything in, or use the dev tool. So I earned enough money to buy the ore mine. So I have the coal mine, the ore mine, the rock crusher running. I and I bought, and then I earned enough money. I spent most of the time doing contracts and selling silage, and I bought the silt mine and sand mine and the clay pit. And I'm selling right now. I'm selling all the coal, all the ore, all the rock, all the clay, the silt and sand, just to earn cash to buy more equipment and property. So I'm not too worried about getting factories up and running yet. I just want to earn enough cash to get my starting equipment, to get all the basics set back up. Alright, so that's going to be 7-Eleven pretty much decorated the way I want it. KFC is going to be decorated the way I want it. Now McDonald's. Between KFC and McDonald's, let's grab, I'm going to grab a piece I have sitting over here. It looks like it looks like a garage, but I'm going to use it as a picnic shelter. Let's grab this guy. So let me duplicate this guy, and I want to build it with McDonald's. So Dunkin' I can close for now. KFC I can close for now. So let's go edit, cut, visibility, and paste. There we go. And then we'll come back and we'll grab some tables and stuff. Let me get this in place. Over here. We're probably going to make it a little bit bigger to put some tables and stuff in it, or under it. So I want this to be more of a shelter, covered area where you can sit and eat. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably go a little bit wider. So let's go like 1.75. Let's go 1.75. No, I don't want it to overpower the. Yeah, that'll actually work out well. So we'll do some a covered picnic area here. Between the businesses. That'll work. Now I also want to grab. Ooh, let's see if I can squeeze it in here. I may delete one of these buildings, but I want to try something. Let me see if I kept it in here or if I deleted it. Oh, crap, I deleted it. Alright, we'll have to come over here. Let's come over here. And let's grab, yeah, this guy. For now, so let's go, let me duplicate that. And we're working on McDonald's. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. So that'll give us that. Now, do I have another one with some swings in it? So the slide is by itself. Let's grab this guy. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, let's work with those. So let's grab this first one. Do you fit? Yeah, you will. Nice. Alright, let's turn you to... Ooh, wrong one. Let's turn you to 0. We'll put you over here. And then we'll grab the hut. Yeah, that'll work. We'll go like that. And then we'll give them a little, let's go with some sand. Oh, wrong one. Give them a little sandy area to work in, or to play in. And then let's grab do I want to take, yeah, let's do it. Let's go back to concrete a second. And let's push that concrete up to the playground. And then let's grab, oh, so we're going to put some people walking between. We have people on the sidewalk already. But what I may do is I may put another pedestrian loop in where they're walking around McDonald's over to the play area, over and around through KFC and back over to the play area. So let's grab, I want some concrete for our tables to sit on, but I also want it, I'm going to need a sidewalk for pedestrians. Alright, let's just do this for now. And then we'll come in, I'll grab some tables. Yeah, let's go here. I'm gonna push some of this grass back. So we have, I don't want you driving through, wrong one. I don't want you driving through here. I just want a pedestrian spline in there. So probably something like that. And let's actually push, there we go. Push this back a little bit. So let's grab, yeah, let's grab some grass there. And then on this side, yeah, let's push that back a little bit. And we'll get some grass on this side. And then let's grab some tables for them to sit on. But I don't want the table with the umbrella. I want this. Where's my other table? This guy. Let's grab one of these. And let's move it down to our McDonald transform group. I'm playing on the homestead map right now. I make my money from the compost. Yeah, I never let it run empty. No cheating on the map. Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, it's on Ritchieville. It's a rough start with not much to go to start with, and earning cash and buying those factories and buying extra mines. It's not cheap. All right. So I want to get more of those in, but this is driving me nuts. So for now, you're going to go invisible, and you're going to go invisible. We're going to get some tables in, and they're probably going to have to slide them around a little bit, but this will just get me started. And then we'll probably have to slide some of them around so they're not sitting in the legs of the shed. And of course, alright, so yeah, you're good. You're good. Alright, so you've got to come over to here. And then you, let's go try and squeeze you in over here. Yeah, you're fine where you are. You're fine, and you're fine. Okay. So that's going to give us a little bit of a picnic area to work with. No, it's not. You do make me work for it. You definitely have to work for it. That's for sure. All right, so McDonald's. Let's get the McDonald trees in. So let's grab this guy. And let's move him down. Let's go edit cut. Let's put him in this transform group. And then we're going to grab, again, I want to grab my camera at just the right angle. So I want to just throw some, let's get these guys up to about there, and then that'll be Napa's property. Let's just fill in some trees. So we've got a barrier between the businesses and the train. Something like that. Yeah, so now we'll grab our, let me come back up top. Let's grab the, I thought I had a birch up here. Stage 5, stage 4, this one. That one, yeah. Let me duplicate that one. And I want it lined up about the same as this guy. So you're going to go about here. And then And I think I want a smaller one so it doesn't block the sign. So let's grab the smaller one. And let's go here. Yeah, let's get a couple smaller ones. Let's get one there. That'll work. And then I'm going to get, let's throw another one about there. So that should finish McDonald's. Now we just need some trees for Napa. So let's grab this guy. Ooh, let's come over here. Let's grab another one of these. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. There we go. And we'll get a couple of these in. And we'll sort of, again, just block the train property. Now let's put one on the corner. Let's put another one there. Let's see what that looks like. Not sure if I like that big pine tree there. I may go with something smaller. Yeah, you need to go. Let's grab, where is my, let's grab a maple instead. So you're gonna, yeah, yeah, that's definitely much better. So let's throw the maple there. And I'm actually going to take it a little bit smaller. That'll work. So you can go about there. And now let's bring over, let's grab a birch. Throw you down here closer to the corner. And then I'm going to get a smaller one for, I think, in here. Now let's do something a little bit different. Let's go with a small pine tree. So let's put a smaller pine. Now, do you block the sign? You do. So let's go with one even a little bit smaller. So let's delete that one. Let's go with the small guy. And we'll throw, oh, you're a little bit too small. That's fine. We could put some baby trees that were just planted in here. I can live with that. So we got some baby trees that were just planted. That works. Alright, now we're going to get the parked cars in, and we're going to come in game and see what this looks like. So I think we have the grass done, foliage is done. Each of these buildings have their own lighting, so I'm not too concerned with lighting. I can always come back in and add lighting in. So now we just need some parked cars. And then we can see what it looks like in game. So let's scroll up. So let me close places. For now, let me close global company. Let's go to splines. And so you got to go this way to 0. Now, Napa, I'm only going to give him a few cars because he's not, and I clicked off of it. He's not real busy. Found my last parked car. There we go. So he's only getting like 2 parked cars. Now, McDonald's. Let's get U-turned this way. Oh crap, it's 11:20 already. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this done. I do have some errands to run, so I'm gonna probably go to about another half an hour, and then I'm gonna have to get out of here. Time flies when you're having fun and ignoring chat. So let's get some over there. And we'll get some over here. So you're going to come back a little bit further. So McDonald's. Now let's come down to, alright, KFC's front parking lot's not going to be big enough, so I'm going to have to either move that or push this grass back a little bit. But let's bring, yeah, we're going to have to, I'm going to have to fix this parking lot a little bit. But let's get the parked cars and then I'll fix the parking lot. Alright, so you, I think about there. And then we'll get a few over here. I might have to slide these back a little bit. And then you got the one guy that likes to take up 2 parking spots. And we'll get some over here. Get some out front. Take a quick peek at chat. Some minus 45. Oh, in a little bit more. There we go. And then let's put one, yeah, let's throw one over here at the drive up window. Oh, come on. Where's my last parked car? Right there. wanted to spin you that way. It's like your driver's door is on that side. Alright, so that should be, and I just gotta fix this parking lot. So let's take this tree and we'll slide it up closer to the sidewalk, and this tree up closer to the sidewalk. And let's grab my concrete and let's push this up. So it makes more sense. Yeah, something like that. All right, let's give this a save. Let's see what this looks like in game. So let's do a save, and I'll show you the lake resort if you all missed it yesterday. And we'll probably come in and put one more pedestrian spline in. And then we'll work on, well, won't have a lot of time. After lunch, we'll work on making them buildable. I'll try and get back on between lunch and dinner. I just don't know how long I'm going to be gone. Okay, so let's take a peek in game and see what this mess looks like. So UI can close, UI can close, UI can close. And save game. New save game. It's really starting to come together. It looks awesome. Yeah, it is. It's the top of Center Mountain is really starting to look good. The the outer mountain we haven't done much on. So, but the next, because the commercial district, and then we're gonna do some more. I'm gonna do a couple more city blocks on top of Center Mountain. So, because I want that to be the main focal point of the map is Center Mountain. So it's the next most time consuming project. So we're gonna focus for a couple days on the top of Center Mountain. And then once we get off of Center Mountain, the fields and the forests, they're going to start going really quick. We're going to do another little town on the north end of the map. I'm going to do another small town on the south end of the map. But once we get Center Mountain done, I moved the starting point over here by the lake. So I think it looks pretty good. So let's grab ourselves a truck. And we'll head over by the shop. So let's drive down along our new businesses first to see what they look like. Alright, so we have Napa. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little tight, but you can get through. All right, that works. So Napa is good. So McDonald's. Yeah. So McDonald's. Let's head in here. I do want to put another pedestrian spline so we get some people walking around that picnic area. So I'll have a sell point back here. Yeah, we're definitely get some more people in there. And then KFC. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good too. And again, we'll get some more people walking around. I may put another KFC trailer behind the building. And then how does 7-Eleven look? Oop, if I can drive, not off without crash. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work out well too. These sidewalks are driving me nuts, though. I'm going to find a different texture. Alright, those cars got to get pushed in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to push those cars in just a little bit, I think. And now the lake resort. So over here, let me back up. U-turn. So over here we have our boat trailer parking. And if you bring a boat over here with your truck and trailer, you can actually back it down into the water and then put your boat in the water. So we have the lake resort, the sports bar is now Lakeside Bar and Grill. I want to get rid of those red tables and make them blue. And I want to change up the sign. I want to get rid of like poker room and ladies night and all that. So those signs have to get changed up a little bit. So you have the Lakeside Bar and Grill. And then we have all of our rental houses around the lake. And so you can rent all your cabins and lake houses. And then what I'm thinking about doing, if I can make it work, which I haven't tried it yet, but right here at the Mountaintop Cabin Rental, I may make this a global company building where you drop off workers and it'll give you income per hour for those workers. But it won't be like a killer money, it'll just be something fun to play with. So we'll probably do something there with that. And so we can earn a little bit of cash. And then this section here that we haven't gotten to yet, to my right, is going to be, we're going to continue the businesses out. So we'll do like Domino's Pizza and all the other sell points. Oh, that Napa trailer flickering is going to drive me nuts. Alright, I'm going to have to fix those signs. But now we should have this bridge to drive over. Yeah, the sign on that Napa trailer is going to drive me nuts if it keeps flickering. So now we have our bridge going up and over the lake. And all your traffic on the lake. But yeah, this part of the map is starting to look really cool. Now if I come over here, Papa Smurf is working on two things for me. So let me grab my store delivery mod. So Papa Smurf is working on this guy. But let's go with this for now. So we can even do something like that. So Papa Smurf is working on this. So you'll be able to come in here and have some fun. So you can mess around with this guy. And then if you want, you can even claim one of these houses and put your sleep trigger down if you want to just claim a lake house to work off of. And you could park your Ski-Doo, put your sleep trigger down here and claim any of these as your house. So you have the jet ski that you can come in here and mess around with. And it's going to have a trailer, so you can bring it with a trailer over to the boat ramp and put it in the water. And then we're going to have this guy that Papa Smurf is also working on. And he's going to work on colors and make it look good and all that stuff. But this guy we're working on as well. And it's going to have a trailer, the same thing, so you can bring it over to the boat ramp and launch it in. So you could take this guy out for a cruise if you want. But I have a good 48 hours into just building this lakeside resort. And then the same thing here, you can just park here and grab yourself a nice cold. Oop, I forgot to change that sign. That sign has to get changed to the you got to remove the backyard sports bar and put the lakeside grill in. You come here, grab yourself a nice cold Bud or Bud Light, and then jump back in your boat and take off. Alright, let me get over here so I can get some let me grab some speed. I gotta get a couple screenshots so I can make some signs. because we're going to make all these businesses buildable. So I'm going to need a couple screenshots. So 7-Eleven, let's go about, that sign is way too big. That sign's got to come down. Yeah, that sign is way too big. All right, so let's do 7-Eleven from about here. I don't like that power line in my way. I'll fix it in Paint.net. All right, let me grab a screenshot here. I can work with that one. And then I'm going to need a screenshot for KFC. Let me get rid of my F1 menu as well. So we're going to need a screenshot for KFC. So we can make it buildable. And then I'm going to need a screenshot for McDonald's. And that tree's going to be a pain. Something like that. And I'm going to need a screenshot for Napa when we build Napa. Sassy 155. Good morning, Old Mel 102. I've been watching and listening while starting my tomato plants for my garden. Nice. Farm Chick, most boat launches charge $5 to put a boat in. Is it free? Are you going to charge us? I will not charge you to launch your boat. And then let's grab, since we're in here, before we jump out. So the only thing I need to fix really is I got to make this 7-Eleven sign much smaller. That is way too big. So that's got to come down. And I need to fix a couple signs at the Lakeside Restaurant. But I don't see anything else out of place that needs to be fixed, other than some flickering signs on these trailers. I think we're going to call that, let me get out of flight mode. Let's grab, see if we can catch one of the monorails. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're out in the middle of nowhere. And you're out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, we're going to have to ride one of these around back to the center of town. See what the view's starting to look like from the monorail. I know what time it is, 11:40. Now I'm going to get out of here so I can grab lunch and run some errands. And then after lunch, if I can jump back on, we'll make the 4 businesses we just built buildable. Oh, this was the one that was the furthest one away. We're going to have to drive all the way around and then back into town. That's fine. So the property underneath this you have to build. So right about here is a railroad silo and worker storage. What the heck is over there flickering? Oh, probably my traffic spline. Yeah, my traffic spline. Because I don't have it invisible yet. So yeah, we have a lot of work here to do on the outer mountain. But center mountain's looking really good. It's starting to look really good. So just here to my left, that little house in Silo, that's just a placeholder, but there's going to be another farm there. Ignore the city that's out in the middle, floating in the middle of nowhere. That's just something I'm stealing parts and pieces from. And right here underneath me now is another farm and farm silo and a railroad silo and worker storage that you're going to have to build. But once we get out here and start working, it's literally just going to be fields, meadows, and forests. So once we get off of Center Mountain, it's going to start going really, really quick. Now we're coming up on another railroad silo and worker storage, but this one you're not going to have to build because I want to give you a few that you can use early game without having to build them. And this is one of them. So worker storage for the monorail and then silo for train and truck storage. The mines are in and working. Now we're heading back towards Center Mountain. Center City, I guess you can call it. And I'm just going to start backing off on the speed and let it glide into town. Sassy one looking awesome so far. Most definitely different from my other. Yeah, I wanted to do something completely different. And this one is definitely completely different. And I even found one more spot on the map. I think we're going to build the third waterfall. Now, isn't going to look as good because you're going to have to build a lot of what's on top of the mountain. So the apartment complex right underneath us has to be built. And then over there in the parking lot, none of Richie's has to be built. And then when you come in map, you won't see 7-Eleven, KFC, McDonald's, Napa because they're all going to have to be built. But from up here, the lake resort is starting to look really cool. So yeah, we're definitely getting there. Fishing boat is in and working. Train number 3 runs around the outside of the map. And then train, where are we at? This is the north loop. We have the south loop. And we can come in here and start messing around. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Going to be loads of fun to play. It's going to be loads of fun to actually build, because we're going to end up building about 75 to 80% of the map. So that's going to be the fun stuff. All right, so before we end really quick, before I forget, other than the Lakeside Bar, this sign is way too big. I want to scale this down really quick before I forget. So I come back from after lunch and I'm not going to remember. So let's go like 0.75. 0.75. 0.75. Yeah, that's going to be probably a much better scale. Now we're going to have to scale you down as well. So let me just shrink this down a little. Let's just get you close to where you're going to be. Alright, so how does that look? Alright, and now let's get this side scaled down. And this side scaled down a little bit more. All right. Yeah, that's going to be much better when we go back in game. All right, let me save this. I'll work on I got to do like 6 or 8 different signs for the bar, so I'm not worried about that right now. But I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. Going to be lots of fun to play. Building everything is fun for me. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the building part of it more than anything. I'll probably do the building part more than farming. So I may not play with a lot of factories on this map. I'll probably end up just coming in here, putting all the construction mod pack down, and just have fun building everything. But I will see you all in a, well, like I said, I have errands to run, so I have no idea what time I'll be back on. Probably about 2 hours or so. And I'll hopefully to catch everybody this afternoon.